Good afternoon, everybody. Up here at HaHa Tonka, Lake of the Ozarks. It's a state park here. Beautiful place. Start out with the old water tower here in the parking lot. Show these little information about the geology here. There's a boardwalk trail goes out, goes around, goes all the way to the bottom where the spring actually is. We'll have to save that for another day probably. Beautiful spring comes right out of the cliffside, as you can see in this picture. Really neat place. Completely different little microclimate. Here's just some stuff about what you'd see on the trails here. We're going to go walk up to the castle. So turn your back from the water tower here in the parking lot. Some of the buildings that were built, I think the story goes, these stonemasons actually came from Ireland. And I think these were, oh, it says right there, carriage house. And we'll get up here, there'll be another storyboard to tell us the rest of it. The thing all burned down, tragically. But as you can see, the spring is down below us. You can see the road on the other side, some of the trail. It's a beautiful hike, a lot of steps. If you can go from here down to the bottom and have somebody pick you up, it's an easy hike. If you go there and you come back, you got to come all the way back up out of this valley. There's the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. And you can see skeleton of HaHa Tonka. The story is HaHa Tonka is laughing waters. Here, I'll just get these storyboards. You want to pause it and read about it. It's pretty interesting. That's what it used to look like. Beautiful place. And a little info. Show you the map. And then another little view of the it's a neat place. Lake of the Ozarks has a lot to see and do. If you ever get out here, recommend these little trips. They're good with the kids. Get some exercise, go for a walk, burn off some of the good food. A lot of good food, a lot of restaurants, a lot of places on the water to eat. You can see over there if it's going to come in or not. It's the old post office. There it is. We'll save that trip for another day. It's getting late. The wife's ready to go home. We'll walk up to the castle here real quick. Here we are, last little piece of the walk up to it. Sun's in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. We'll go around the place. That's a bummer. You used to be able to get all the way up in there. You could see all the basement, the whole layout. I guess too many people doing things they shouldn't be doing. They get a lot of places like this closed off, ruin it for future generations to be able to see it. I assume that's the front door, where you would have pulled up in your carriage and been let out. Well, the help took the carriage and put it back down the trail at the carriage house. Just see the water tower in the background there. So they actually had a ram pump that pumped water, mechanical pump that uses gravity. They pump water all the way from the bottom at the spring, all the way up to the top of that tower. And then from the tower, it was gravity to the house here. And that's how they had running water. Pretty simple. If you're interested in it, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about ram pumps. And then here, it's an old mule cart. The sign says mules use these carts to haul rock from the quarry. That's the quarry trail. It also goes down to the lake if you're that ambitious. But they're quarried all the rock right here on site. We have a lot of rock here in the Ozarks. They haul it up here with mules, install it up there with craftsmanship. So this is a little overlook. See back toward the parking lot and the water tower there. And there's where the spring comes out. Well, not exactly out, but you keep going up there around the corner so you can see the boardwalk trail that gets you in and out of there. It's below the old post office. It's a long ways down. And there used to be a mill here also at the mouth. Can't quite see it. There's the Niagara arm of the lake. And there's some kind of a bird. A lot of vultures. A lot of eagles here at the lake too. It's amazing how you can be in a spot like where I'm at today and have an eagle flying. That's a vulture, but you can have an eagle flying right at the same elevation you are because you are so high up on a cliff. All right, I'm gonna keep walking. It's really a shame people can't respect these places. Like I say, it wasn't that long ago that you could walk all the way up there, look inside, like you can see where the old fireplaces used to be. Part of the mantle still there. That's chimney all the way out. See the notches in the stone. The floor joists were you could go over onto that deck. There's a fire pit, sunken fire pit. And you can kind of see it, the fence is in the way. It's got a beautiful view overlooking the valley. Another fireplace. Just amazing structure. It's really sad that it burned. And I didn't find the storyboard, but pretty sure that the man who built this, he got all of his labor from Ireland. Stonemasons, brought them all here, put them to work. Like I say, if you make it to Lake of the Ozarks, this is something that's neat to see. You can spend half a day here, you can spend an hour here. Front entry again, that's where you'd come through with your carriage, be dropped off. So walked around to the other side. You can kind of see actually, I don't think that was a fire pit. I think it was a fountain. So that was all a fountain there, that circular area. And there's a whole patio all around it, looking off over the bluff. The sun is not in the best spot. Amazing place. Before I get off, I'd like to mention it is a state park. They do have a visitor center, picnic areas, boat launch, bathrooms, all of those great amenities. And it's well kept up. They take care of everything. This is the trail back down to the parking area. Just another overlook. How you gentlemen doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
You take a picture of us?
You want a picture? That's where the spring comes out. These guys are here on vacation. Yeah? Glad you came out. Beautiful place. Came down here to the bottom just really quick on the way out. You can see they've got docks and boat ramps, and they've got kayak rental over there. I don't know what you can see. The sun is probably washing the video out. Sorry about that. Yeah, kayak rentals. Nice, cool in the summertime when the water's warm. It's really cool in here because of the spring. You can see in there they have it kind of dammed off. That's where the mill is at that I was talking about. The mill is gone, but the infrastructure is still there. And that's the trail that takes you back to the mouth of the spring. And then you go up on the hill there. You can see that overlook. Some of the castle in the background. Whoa. And there's the old water tower. And then, like I mentioned, they have bathrooms, and there's playgrounds and picnic facilities, and a lot of hiking trails. There's bat caves you can go visit, hiking trails, arches, natural arches. So come visit. There's the post office I was taking video of from across the valley.